All right, all right, all right. We're live in the crypt once again with my dude. I haven't seen him in a while. Actor, producer, funny man, Michael McGlynn. What's going on, brother?
Hey, brother, I'm doing great, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. It's been a long time. I think the last time was when you, Dave, Chandra, you guys were all your wife, we were all on the stream. You probably don't remember. I know you were going after the fireballs and you're not a drinker and you're and you'd have been already all day. And I think you were probably at the beach on top, probably baking in that sun, So I got it. But it was a lot of fun. You were hilarious that show. That was such a good one.
To raise money and do it.
Hey, I became a producer on Slasher Nurse just because you were drunk for that. I mean, I'm like, man, if this dude's gonna go all out like that, and these guys are gonna be taking shots like that, I mean, I gotta support them. Hopefully, I can get them to quit drinking. Hopefully, we can all raise that money to help stop the shots. But I think people just wanted to see how much you guys could take.
Oh man, no, that was such a lot of fun. I will, and I think Dave probably would feel the same way. As far as any of our crowdfunders, I can tell you that I think the Slashers was definitely the most fun we had because we were it allowed us to be very interactive with all of our friends and all of the backers, and it gave a really good opportunity to really get to see us in a nutshell and really get to see who you're donating to and see who's making this film that you're donating to. And I think they really enjoyed us. Dave and I have that Abbott Costello kind of relationship, and I think people really resonate with that, and really enjoyed it. And I think that's was a big part of its success.
Well, I think that's what's great about you and Dave is like you guys are brothers, but you always are kind of in the character of I'm gonna Dave's gonna always be that serious man, and you'll always be that Jerry Lewis kind of character who's gonna be out there and offbeat, and the serious and straight man combo. So I get why it resonates. It resonates with me as well. I love you guys. I love the chemistry you have with all your cast. And even people like we've talked about it, and you told me the first time on the show, and I hadn't met her at the time. I've met her a few times now. Felissa Rose, you're like, she's the nicest person. It's like, how nice can somebody be? Blah, blah, blah. And I met her, and she was really, really cool. And then, she did something really cool for something I haven't released in like 3 years that she did that I'm planning on doing with Doomsday's Krypt. That'll be brought up at a later date, especially with the store and the shop opening. But she was that cool. And I've run into her a bunch of times. And now with me and Beatrice being friends, those two are like best friends. They did bedtime stories. She is that cool. She is that nice. And every time I bring her up, I love them. You know her.
Everybody knows Felissa and loves her. Actually, when we brought Brian Brimmer on for the Slashers, oh yeah, I love iconic photo right there.
Yes. My buddy Vinny gave that to me. It was kind of a gift. He's the guy who did all those busts behind me that are signed by legends of Halloween. And I was ready to retire. I'm here like, how many more cast members can I actually get to sign? And then I'm seeing a bunch more coming out to sign at cons. So, yep, they'll be back out there again this year.
Oh, excellent. But yeah, no, Feliz is absolutely wonderful. She's always putting the good word to all the other people because, as you said, she knows everyone, everybody. She mingles everybody. She's friends with everyone. So it never hurts to be her friend. And like I said, we love Feliz. We're getting ready to bring her back for a fourth time now for our sequel to Bloody Summer Camp Part 2, Camp Red Horizons.
Yeah, I love how she's so supportive of the indie community because you guys have now done. I mean, how many projects have you done with her now?
With Slasher 15, Bloody Summer Camp 2 will be our fourth with her. And then I was also a part of a Shriek show, which she also had a cameo in that one as well.
She was in another film, I think. I can't remember which one. I don't know if you know that one.
Familiar. She was so good in that one. Play
Yeah,
drunk.
it's Felissa. It's built. That role is built for her in that movie.
Oh, she was great, and she had so much fun with that character. I mean, she pretty much like she pretty much asked David if she could like cut loose and like really have fun with the crazy drunk aunt role and stuff. Because I mean, I think we can all say this, and everyone's watched too. I'm sure they can also feel the same way that like we all have that one like drunken relative that comes to the family reunions, and we're all like, oh geez, oh geez, oh geez, oh no, 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 no. And I felt like she nailed that essence and go away like down to a T. And I happier. I mean, she brought so much humor to that role.
I mean, I've seen her at conventions so many times, and that's, I mean, she's not the over the top drunk aunt, but she's got that over the top personality that the fans really love. Like she embraces every person, like she embraces that role.
Oh,
And she's, yeah, you were right. You were right. And that stream, that first stream, I'm surprised I was able to hear it because if you remember, I was having a lot of StreamYard issues. So I mean, the first stream we had, it was great. We had a lot of fun talking, but it was a really, really broken conversation.
But you kept your word though, man. You were like, man, I am so sorry this happened. Like, dude, I promise, man, dude, I had a lot of fun. Like, I'm gonna be bringing you back, and you have brought me back multiple times, man. So you can't say you didn't follow through, brother.
Well, I'm here like, you know what? We just had Tom on. I was thinking to go away. I got the poster down here already. I haven't talked to Mike in a while. I want to do a live in the crypt, and I want to be doing more of the live in the crypts, talking indie because I feel like I was so busy. Things just I was doing conventions. I was on the road. I was working 7 days a week at my job when I wasn't doing it. And it was hard to keep up with everybody. So now I'm glad I'm able to do it a little bit more. I have a little bit more time, my time to focus on Doomsday's Crypt. My schedule at work is weekdays. I got more time to do things, be effective. Things are just working out a little more balanced now where I can do a lot more where I felt guilty not being around and being more interactive and supporting a lot of the people that I missed that I haven't had on in a while, like yourself. So
Oh, I hear you, man. I mean, like you probably saw my post recently. I'm getting ready to start a whole new 9 to 5 a job. Again, I've actually been making my rounds to like all my friends. I'm like all like the other actors and actresses I worked with and out in the field. Because I usually call them all out of the blue at random. I'm usually that guy that just will call me when I'll be like, hey, it's been a hot minute. What's
yeah,
up?
I'm like that too. And I'm glad I did it one time, and it was so unexpected. There was a buddy of mine who was an actor, and I want to pay tribute to him. I haven't even really had a good chance to, but I plan on doing that soon. I don't really want to do it now, but I had him come on, and unfortunately, he shortly after he was, everything was going good. He wound up passing away, and it was really, really tough. He'd been on the show a few times, and Dennis Mallon, he'd just done a Super Bowl commercial. So big shout out to him. We miss him here in the crypt. Such a good guy. So, it's times like these when you do these and you finally reach out. Like that's where I've been missing it, where I can catch up with all you guys and support you guys because you never know when, certain things happen in life. It sucks.
Exactly. I mean, you want to look back, especially even if you are if you're in that lucky pool that gets to live to those longer, older, riper ages. I've always told everyone go out there, experience life. If there's anything you've ever felt like you wanted to try your hand out in doing, go out and do it. You don't want to be that person like 30, 40 years down the road who's like when you're like, man,
Because mortality sets in. I mean, over the years, you see things and sometimes you forget, and it's important to catch up every once in a while. So I'm glad to be doing this more, catching up with guys like you, catching up with some other people I got to get back on. If Jason Pitts is out there, got to get him back on. There's a bunch of guys and people I haven't had a chance to catch up with in a while. So I'm happy to be doing the live in the Krypts, and also be doing the DK and the B, and the show with Brett too. So more consistency for everybody.
Hey, like you said, it's all about life balance and scheduling. Sometimes things get thrown like in your pathway. You just got to make adjustments, and sometimes it means a little less. But when everything gets worked out again, you find that right balance again.
Well, I got burned out. It wasn't from doing shows. It was just from everything. So the break was nice, and now it's kind of like everything's going good. So, it's been fun doing these lives. That's why I really wanted to do one. I'm like, I don't want to just sit here by myself. So I'll ask that Michael McGlynn guy, and we'll see what's going on with him. I know Go Away's doing great, awesome cast, some great people. I mean, you had a stacked cast for that one. It wasn't just Felissa and Tom. I mean, you guys had some people in there.
Oh yeah, I mean Tuesday night,
Yeah.
LC Hole, Justin Markson, and then we got Rockstar. We got Jeremy Spencer, formerly from Five Finger Death Punch. He got to do he got to come in to do the opening scene. And he was absolutely wonderful too. He was actually a recommendation from Felissa,
Oh,
funny enough. And honestly, he was one of the most nicest, sweetest guys. I actually remember the first time he came on set. We were filming at our DP's house, Owen, and at that time, Owen just got like a new, like actually, like he more inherited a cute little small little kitten. And Jeremy Spencer comes walking the house like this big tatted up dude, all these big ear studs, and this cute little kid comes by, and you see him go, "Oh, kitty, kitty, kitty." He just starts rubbing his face like it was a cute little kitty. I was like, wow. In literally 10 seconds, you went from a guy I'd be terrified to run into a dark alley to now the guy I would probably hire to cat sit for me.
well, that's the cool thing about being an actor like yourself in this indie community, and you guys have a solid reputation over at Slasher 15. You guys make movies, you complete them on a budget. You guys try to give back to fans. You try to, like with Tuesday night and having Felissa and all these Tom Matthews and bringing them on set for fans. It's awesome just seeing them. I mean, it's really, really cool.
Absolutely. I mean, we want the experience to be as surreal for them as it was for us. I mean, these are all actors that we all grew up watching and loving. I mean, you, me, Dave, Amber, we were all fans of these movies, these franchises that all we got to work with. So to be able to go from watching them as a kid to actually now working with them, it's still always surreal. And I just, to the fans, I tell them every time, thank you so much for making all this possible for us. We couldn't do it without y'all, really. And just thanks for being a part of this and being a part of our family and supporting us. And also, thank you for continuing to let us bring these awesome people on board.
And the people you work with too, I've met many of them, and I'll tell you right now, they're celebrities, but they are some of the coolest people you ever meet in the world. It's like with my shows with Beatrice, Amanda Kruger, and Leatherface, Brett Wagner. I mean, we're genuine friends, and they're genuine good people. Like, I enjoy working with them as my friend. I enjoy doing these shows. I mean, these people are there's some really, really good people, and you work with a lot of them in the Slasher 15 films. So I get it. I get where you're coming from. It's like, it blows my mind too. I get to, we got Ken Sagos coming on. We had Tom Matthews on the show. Yeah, Ken's coming on this Monday, the 12th.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're going to be talking about his comic. He's got a new comic out there, Socrates. You go to the Sagos Company. I believe that's what it is on the .com. You'll find it, Sagos Company. You can find his Socrates comic, and I think you can buy the comic itself autographed for like $20. This is Kincaid.
Oh yeah, no,
Sagos. So we're going to be talking about that. We're going to do giveaway on that one too.
Super nice guy.
Awesome dude.
You know what? I mean, I'm going to plug you right now. Anyone who's watching this right now, watch this man's show on Monday when he brings Ken on. I'm telling you that right now.
I'm gonna be seeing him at Chicago, and now I don't know where. Oh, I packed it underneath safely, I believe. Let me make sure. But I got a portrait that I had drawn of Ken, um, by a guy named John Fabonio, and it does amazing portrait art. And I got the pictures. I'll send it to you. I can't believe I don't have it with me. I wasn't thinking about it, and we're gonna do something with it. Like I had it made for Krypticon when I saw him in Kansas City, I believe in 2019, 2020, give or take. I can't remember, right before the pandemic kind of hit again and everything shut down. We were lucky enough to do that. Awesome guy, really good to the guys I take care of. And we became real good friends. We both weren't internet savvy. So now we kind of know how to do the online thing. He's coming on the show, and we got Beatrice Buckley. Amanda Kruger. I mean, she is a mother, and Kincaid did talk some smack. He did talk some smack about her son. So we're going to see what happens. I mean, you never know what could happen in this stream. There could be some animosity. There could be some hard feelings. You never know what could happen, man. I'm telling you.
Those two just seem way too. I mean, like, you know, again, I met in a Beatrice. I mean, she just comes off as way too sweet and nice.
She is super sweet, but you're talking about her kid, and the ones, the kindest ones, you know, those kind of mothers, they get a little angry. Those are the fiercest, man. Don't let her innocence fool you. Don't let it fool you. No, Beatrice is a sweetheart in real life. She's one of the kindest, sweetest people I know. I mean, she's become such a good friend. I mean, she's met my family, she's met my daughter, she's met, you know, I've been, you know, it's been awesome being her friend. It's been a great experience. She's met my nieces, and we've had some amazing conventions. We did Phantasm. That was our first event together. It was a really cool table. Mick Strawn and Nick Benson. Mick Strawn was the production designer on Nightmare on Elm Street 3 and 4 and worked on tons of movies. Mm-hmm. Nick Benson, who worked on Nightmare on Elm Street 4, the Chest of Soul scene, Night of the Demons. I mean, he's worked on some great films. So that was really cool. They were right across from us, and we had a great time. And we were all genuine friends. We all went out to eat together. So that was the first one. And then we went to Kansas City Krypticon last year at Scarefest, and I saw you had a post about Scarefest. Is that something you're going to this year?
I was, unfortunately, some things came up. The main reason why we wanted to go is because we wanted to meet Adam Green. My wife and I are diehard Hatchet fans. In fact, I have a Hatchet poster. I go right over here on the wall over here, like a full movie size poster. I've got like all like it's kind of like almost a who's who of everyone from the Hatchet series, like, you know, from even the small cameo ones of all the big names like Sid Haig, Kane Hodge, Robert Englund, Felissa Rose, Dave Sheridan, Perry Shin, Caroline Williams, Zach Gallion. I know
Todd, I'm sure. I mean, that series has so many. You go all the way down it.
Yeah, but Adam is the one of the few that we were missing on this one. So we were planning on going to Kentucky, but the problem though is the one in Kentucky is in October, and Dave and Amber were like, "Hey, we might be filming Bloody Summer Camp 2 that weekend." With that being said, we know how much you and Jamie are really diehard, Adam Green fans, and so not to hardly burst your bubble, we wanted to let you know that Adam Green's actually going to also be at Jersey here. I think it's in April, and they're like, "We're not going to be filming in April," and we were actually.
I get it. You're missing out on Scarefest, though. That's a great event. We're going to be having Adrian, who was on last year, who. She is the event. She's the brains between all the people that she brings in, and really a lot of work she does with Brandon Griffin, who owns the place, and she's been a close friend of the show. So we're looking forward to having her on actually, me, Beatrice, and Brett, I want to do a show with her and talk about that event in 2023 and what's coming there in 2024. That one is a good one. A good one. You might want to tell Dave, I know I might be there to do that, but if we can maybe push that filming off, I heard it's going to be really, really. We won't want to be filming then.
Yeah.
The week after we want to start.
I'm too fearful of my life to go, Dave. Like, yeah, we need to pump our.
Yeah, he might throw on that greasy hat and get after you. You know.
There'll be a nice little ring around my neck.
Dave's awesome. Yeah, I'm excited about Slasher Nurse, man.
Oh yeah, I am too. That was even to this day, I'm still utterly surprised. Well, it was like kind of like a hush hush. Not even sure if we're going to do a crowdfunder. To okay, fine, we'll do a crowdfunder because we need to fill in some time before we figure out how we're going to do our next project. So fine, we'll do this one. We'll run a crowdfunder, and I'm always more of a pessimistic on ours, but I will. Dave will even tell you too that I'm optimistic on everything except when it comes to crowdfunding. I always go on the very most pessimistic side, and I was like, yeah, low end. Well, if we're lucky, because no one even knew we were doing this, we'll probably get about 10,000, 15 if we're lucky, and then I don't know what happened. Our fan base like, no, this is a good IP. You're gonna do it right, and we were going to do quiet and just be like, okay, we'll just get some of our other actor friends we worked with in previous projects, bring them on board, and we'll try to just get some close by locations and do on the weekends. And then it blew up to where we made over 60,000 in our first Indiegogo. We're like, crap, this has got to be now better than Bloody Summer Camp and Go Away. We got to do better now. But before it was just we had to make because Slasher Nurse is actually a reboot of Dave's first two films, Curse and Return of the Slasher Nurse. But Dave was no one knew who Dave was when he did Curse or really when he did Return either. And he he did it on a very, very small, very modest budget. Nowhere near what we were able to play with Bloody Summer Camp and Go Away. So we really felt like that IP deserved the proper treatment because there's not a lot of really good, awesome, solo masked female slashers out there. I mean, usually, and we really thought she was a great one that we felt like would really resonate with everybody. And it turned out we were right, even more than I thought, because when you get that much love and that much pour in, you had to do it. And man, we followed through. Like you said before, with the celebrities, we brought in a bunch for that one too. We brought Brian Brimmer in from Pumpkinhead.
I'm in his documentary, I think, from Scarefest last year. I don't know if it'll actually make the cut, but he wanted me to be in it. He was Brian's one of the coolest people. I met him.
I love him to pieces. He is such a sweetheart.
He is a good dude. He is a really. He was Beatrice's neighbor at Scarefest.
Oh,
so
really?
They were sitting together, and I'd met him the year before, and he was really like, he came to the table. He's like, it was one of his first conventions, so he was all in. If you know Brian, and Brian, like if he likes something, his eyes light up. Like you could tell he was really. We had some Pumpkinhead stuff that was there, and he just really enjoyed it. Came up, introduced himself. It's like, dude, I know who you are. I met him that weekend. And I saw him last year, and I was so glad when I heard you guys announced him in the cast. I thought that was awesome.
And a little bit, I believe Dave's the one who reached out to him, but a little bit of thanks we have for that one once again would actually be Felissa, because apparently when we reached out to Brian did his homework and found out that these guys have worked with Felissa a few times, so I'm going to call Felissa. And fortunately, Felissa said nothing but really, really nice things about it. She's like, oh, no, Brian, these are really great guys. You're going to have fun with them. These guys really try hard to make a really great movie, and they always have a good time on sets. I think you're going to have a great time. And I think Brian really did have a great time. I know we love Brian to pieces, and I know I can definitely speak for Slasher 15 when I say that we all really hope at some point we will have the opportunity to work with Brian again. Because Brian was just absolutely amazing. Actually, all the celebrities we got to work with were absolutely amazing. We got to have Jim Krypt from Dawn of the Dead. Jim actually is a bit of a throwback. Jim was actually he had a small cameo in Return. You know, when Dave was first starting off, Jim wanted to come out to support Dave, and drove out and did a cameo in Dave's film, which was just absolutely awesome. So we wanted to bring him back, of course, and we got Beverly Randolph from Return of the Living Dead.
She is awesome.
She is such a
She
sweet.
signed that Return of the Living Dead behind me. The funny thing is, I talked about it. I got all the cast that was there at Scarefest, except for the one guy I kept running into at every event, even stopped by the table, hung out with, and was cool then, and forgot to get him to sign that the whole weekend. So at least I've seen him like 3 times this year. I got to get it signed. But yeah, that one's a cool art piece by Michael Toth. Lights up too.
Oh, nice.
Flashes. Yeah, it's pretty wild.
But yeah, no, Beverly was just absolutely so sweet. Like just a big ball of fun. Big giant animal lover, which I think is one of the reasons why her and I just hit things off so well, because I'm a diehard animal lover too. So I know a good part of the time when we were hanging out on set, or when we were just relaxing, we were just sharing pet photos back and forth with each other. Like I said, just everyone was just absolutely amazing. That, like, all the celebrities we got to work with, and of course we had Felissa back again, and Felissa was an absolute joy as always and stuff. And we're really excited for Blaze Summer Camp. We really are. We're really hoping to get her for a lot longer for filming for this one too. If all goes right, we are definitely hoping to have her and get her into a lot more scenes than we did even in the first one. And I like to think we got her in a lot in the first one.
Well, she's such a busy lady, so I'm sure you got to catch her at the right time too.
It's all about timing. It's all about that.
Well, I got to bring it up because it's so cool. What the hell's behind you, if people don't know?
Oh, this is actually our Bloody Summer Camp Killer double face. Now, this is our life-size statue model from the original one. Now, now for the sequel we're getting ready to do, he's actually getting modified, where like the mask will look similar to the mask he already has now. In fact, I'll tell you what, I will pull this on down here so everyone can get a little bit of a closer look at. There will be it's going to look a little different, but it will have some similarities to this. Ours is going to probably look a little bit more faded because it's supposed to be worn down. It's supposed to be years old, because Bloody Summer Camp 1 took place in 1986, if I'm not mistaken, and this one's going to take place in the 90s. And this time he's actually, instead of using the members only jacket, he's actually going to be rocking a Letterman jacket.
Okay.
With a big D on front. It's actually a Dave's also fun way of doing a fun little nod to a horror movie that Dave happens to be a big fan of. But in all fairness, I'm actually a really big fan of the movie too. Funny thing is right when we first posted the images of the new Devilface, there were actually a couple of people who actually picked up on it. One that
demons, right?
Was my father-in-law. He actually picked up on it.
Not demons, right?
Nope.
I'm trying to think what movie. I got to get a clue. I didn't expect that one. What year? What it came out in the 80s.
Yep, it came out in the 80s, and a lot of people look at it as next to April Fool's Day as the best April Fool's Day movie of all time.
Now you got. I mean, I don't know. I haven't heard people talk about that, so I guess I'm not in the loop on that. I'm trying to think, but I guarantee I know.
Oh yeah, it was it was a little bit of a nod to Return to Slaughter High.
All right, that's been some years since I've seen that one. Some years, probably since the '80s since I've seen that movie. Now I got to rewatch it. Now I got to rewatch it because it's been a long time.
But we're doing we're gonna have a lot of that same formulas in this one as we did in the first one. It's gonna be a horror camp comedy, a slasher. Who's done it? You're gonna be playing that guessing game. Uh oh. I'm
Jimmy Presley, one of the great supporters out there. We had Matt Skinner on not that long ago.
I'm scared, my
And
brother.
we were talking about you. We were talking about Slasher 15, you know, some serious smack, we weren't talking good. You weren't here. I'm just kidding. But we got some really cool people out here. Dolls of Horror. I got to reach out to you, Summer. She's the voice of Days of the Dead. She does she interviews all the guests there and everything. And I was lucky enough to be on her show. So tomorrow night, me and Brett got a live planned, or Thursday. So if Summer, you're around, I've been meaning to ask you if you want to come on as a guest tomorrow or Thursday. We'd love to have you. If you're busy or you can't, I understand. But I'm going to reach out to you. I'm putting the pressure on now, so she can't turn it down. I'm like, see, you're taking a sip of that coffee. You're like, let's see what she says. No, but she's on. I've talked to her, and she's excited to come on as well. She knows Brett. She had Brett on as her show, and they talked, and that was a great interview. So check the Dolls of Horror out.
I'm not surprised to hear that. Honestly, it's one of the reasons why I love this so much. I mean, and why I love the horror community so much. It's so supportive, supportive, charitable too. I've never seen any group more than the horror community run more charity events to raise money for the terminally ill or for or for children. It's just you just don't see that in a lot of these other communities, and I just think it just makes us really awesome. I don't know. I mean, you can call me crazy, but
there's just some great, like what you do. You can't work with some of these people on set. I can't wait for conventions because I'm going to see these people, not just the celebrities, but although I'm friends with some that I'm excited just to see them because, I've met him quite a few times. A guy like Brian Bremer, I'd be excited to say hi and, see how he's doing and catch up for a minute. But people like Summer Flynn who are doing what she's doing, it's great to meet them in person. You go to Scarefest. I love the people that run it. With Summer being at Days of the Dead, I'm excited going to Carolina Fear Fest.
Oh, yeah.
Matt Burns, such a great guy. He's become an enormous friend. He's coming on soon on not shooting the shits, DK and the Bees Horror Buzz. We're gonna have Nancy Ann Ritter come on too, and I can't remember Mark's last name. I believe it's Mark, the director of this upcoming film.
Oh yeah, Blood and Breakfast.
Blood and Breakfast. I'm sorry, I feel so bad for not being able to remember it. I have a crappy memory.
I got invited to be a part of that project myself, actually, because I got excited because I know Beatrice is also a part of it. I was like, hey,
I know. I'd love to. I'd love you, Beatrice. You're gonna love her. She's one of the coolest people you ever meet.
Oh, I have no doubt. I mean, she always seems so sweet. But
it's the thing is, that's the thing that's great about the show I do with her. Like us hanging out, that's just Beatrice, and people get to know her, and so it's gonna, like I said, the 12th is gonna be a fun show because it's been a while. But I can't wait for you to meet her. If you have Fliss on set with you, like I said, they did the bedtime story at Scarefest. They've become huge friends of each other. So if you get one or the other on set, you probably can get the other. If you get one, you could probably get the other at this point anyway, because they like each other so much. They become so close.
Oh yeah, well, it really is a tight knit community. Like I said, word spreads around about everyone real fast. The good and and the bad. I'm just happy that 99% of the time it's good.
What's going on, Kyle? It's going good, buddy. I hope I'm glad you're liking the show, pal. Hope it's going good for you as well. My old he's older, even older than me, friend Eric LaMonica here. Just kidding, Eric. It was cool. I hadn't seen him in probably 20 plus years. This is where I love conventions. Went to Massachusetts to Taunton for Monster Expo 3D. Great event. I love it. I wish I could do it this year. It's a long trip. It's like a 20 plus hour trip. Awesome show. But it was Michael Toth, my artist, was there, and I hadn't seen Eric in like 20, 25 years. And he went with his sister I hadn't seen in probably a few years longer than I'd seen him. So it was cool to catch up and see the man hasn't changed that much, which is a good thing. It was cool catching up. And he's been loving Doomsday's Krypt. So yeah. You come out, fly out, Eric, sometime. You come hang out with me at a table. It'll be easier than me traveling with a trailer out to Massachusetts. All right. Who else? Jimmy Presley's here.
Yeah, my buddy.
Patricia, good to see you. As I said, the Dolls of Horror. We got Michael Toth here, Tony Toth. Great to see you guys. And we got Michael McGlynn on here, Slasher 15. You guys, what are you guys doing? Like 4 movies a year now?
Oh, no. Dear God, no.
It feels like it. It feels like it with Go Away coming out and all these.
I agree. Like I used to feel like there were bigger breaks, like between Go Away and Play Summer Camp. I'm like, our Play Summer Camp to Go Away. It's like, oh yeah, we had a few months down before we got started and everything. But then after that, it just felt like one after another. It's just you get like a month or two down at most, and then you're like something else is on the rise. It's here we gotta get ready. Or one movie you get was getting ready for distribution, or we're getting one ready for premiere, or we're crowdfunding, or we're filming.
All right, I'm going to put you on the spot. One Slasher 15 movie for somebody who hasn't seen a Slasher 15 movie. Do you recommend to watch first?
Oh, I got to go with my original, my OG. I got to go Bloody Summer Camp.
I thought that's what you would go with, and you can find that on Tubi too right now.
Oh yeah, Tubi and also Amazon Prime as well. It's free to view on both of those. Please go check it out. I'm so proud of that movie. I'm proud of all the works I do, but I've said this on many occasions. Bloody Summer Camp will always hold a very close to your thing to my heart. It was the first movie I ever did, the first movie I got to be a producer on, and it was also my favorite genre of all time. 80s camp slashers, especially when you mix in like horror comedy. I love horror comedy.
Yeah.
It had every variable. It checked every box of what I love the most, like in my horror films. I just couldn't have asked for a better experience. Everybody was so amazing, so much fun. Dave even let us have a lot of fun with our characters. Like, he wasn't strict, like, follow the line down to a T. I mean, he didn't believe in that. He was like, look, I want you to be organic. So, as long as you're getting the general point across of what I'm writing in this line, you can reword it to how you feel like it would come and flow easier for you, because it will come off more organic on film anyway. And I would rather have that versus you trying to remember every little line I wrote down, and you come off sounding like you're trying to more remember what you're trying to say than really trying to speak on how you're supposed to feel in that scene and at that moment.
I do love Bloody Summer Camp, and I'm glad you guys announced part 2. So that's kind of one of my personal favorites because I saw it and I really liked, like you said, the comedy. You had some great characters in there. You had some great actors and actresses in that film, and it was just fun. It had its little twists and turns, but it had that old 80s vibe, over the top kills, and pretty gory. It's a fun film on Tubi, for sure. I'm not saying Tubi or Amazon out there, so you guys run and check it out if you haven't watched it yet. Or the ad revenue always helps when the viewers check it out. Not saying to go do that right after the show.
Hey, you know what? I support the click, and I'm grateful whichever which way y'all go.
Man, it's I got to get up early tomorrow. I got a birthday party as well on top at noon. But it's been awesome having you on. We got to do it again soon.
Absolutely, brother.
It's been so much fun. Now we could check out. You could drop whatever you want people to check out on Indiegogo to support. If you want to shout out anything for people to look at after the show, other than Bloody Summer Camp on Tubi or
Oh yeah,
Amazon.
yeah. Of course, I mean, February 12th, we are actually dropping our crowdfunder to raise our funds for Bloody Summer Camp Part 2. So do yourselves a favor. Go out and check out Bloody Summer Camp 1. It's free to watch. And I want you to because I think you're going to really enjoy it. And if you really enjoy it, then of course, if you can, I know times can be tough for a lot of people, but if you have anything extra lying around, then come out and support us. And it's going to a great cause. We make our movies. We have a good long history of making our movies, and I promise you, we're gonna every cent that comes to us is going to go towards the movies. We pay our talent and we pay our crew. But as far as the internal ones, like Dave as the director and the writer, Amber as the special effects artist, myself and my wife as the producers, we do not pay ourselves. That is not what we are about doing. We are all about making a great film that we think y'all are going to enjoy. But of course, we are going to still keep on paying the cast and the crew because we don't want them to kill us and we want them to still love us.
Well, you got to pay for equipment and stuff. Crazy.
I know, right? I mean, fall from the sky.
No, but Michael McGlynn, actor, producer, Slasher 15, guys, check it out. And don't forget, tomorrow night, me and Brett are planning a show. We're thinking about some guests. I'd love to see if Summer's available, but we're going to have a show either Wednesday or Thursday, shooting the shiz with DK and the Swag, catch up with everybody. And also Monday, the 12th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Part 3, Part 4, Kincaid himself, Ken Sagos. We're going to be talking about those movies, his time on set. We're going to be talking about his new comic, Socrates. Check out Sagos Company on the internet. $20 you can buy the new comic. He'll sign an autograph. There's some great bundles. Check it out. We'll be talking about everything he's up to. And that's the 12th, 9 p.m. Or 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. my time, 7 p.m. on the West Coast. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow or Thursday. I'll let you know. I'll post it on Facebook, etc. Mike, thanks again, my dude. Always good catching up with you. Always good.
Absolutely, brother, man. Thanks again, man, for having me on, man.
Yeah, we'll do it again soon. We'll do something to catch up on Slasher Nurse because I know one of the producers. We got to make sure people see my name up there.
Oh, absolutely, brother.
I love you, my dude. We'll see you later. All right.
Dude, bro. Take care, brother.
Peace out.